Life's paths are rarely straight. The road to our goals are often met with setbacks, roadblocks, twists, turns, and detours. Even when we think we have the map, the skills, qualification, life experiences, life has a funny way of throwing us a curveball that knocks us off our course. Sometimes it can be an unexpected illness, financial hardships, loss of a loved ones, or even the consequences of our own actions can make us feel like life just has it out for us. But let me ask you something. What if your story ends here? What if you just settle? If that's you, then I have nothing left for you. But I'm willing to bet it's not. If you clicked on this video, then you're looking for more. You're here because you want out. You want progress. You want to turn those dreams into a reality. And let me tell you something. You can. I'm going to give you guys a jewel real quick. Don't let your feelings determine your future. You got to evict complacency and remind yourself that you were made for more. You have to get disgusted with where you are. You have to come to the realization that you are greater than your problems. Deep inside you is the will and the determination to overcome anything that stands in your way. But if you become comfortable, if you've made peace with complacency, you'll accept whatever life throws your way. This reminds me of the story of the prodigal son. He had a wealthy father and prematurely asked for his inheritance. With no guidance, he squandered all his money on wild living. At first, life seemed great. He was probably the life of the party. People loved being around him, loved the version of him that had money. But when the money ran out, so did they. So then a famine struck the land, and guess what? He hit rock bottom. He found a job feeding pigs just to survive. Now, for a Jewish man, this was the ultimate disgrace. He compromised his own integrity for survival. He was so desperate that even the scraps that the pigs were eating looked appealing to him. Now, imagine if the story ended there. We would only have a story of a man that made foolish decisions and then gave up. But the Bible tells us something very powerful, summed up in these words. He came to his senses. He got fed up. He remembered who he was and where he came from. He realized that his home wasn't among the pigs, that the food that the pigs were eating wasn't his food, that the people that he was surrounded by wasn't his people. Sometimes when you surround yourself around people, places, and things long enough, you start to think that you are that. So he stood up and went home and was welcomed by a loving father with open arms, fine clothes, and the finest of food. Most importantly, he returned to his true self. So here's the takeaway. Sometimes hitting rock bottom is the very thing that wakes us up. But it's only when we get fed up that we're able to start to journey back to who we're meant to be. So if you're tired of where you are, take that first step. Remember who you are, where you're from, and what you're made for. And if nobody's told you lately, let me tell you, you were made for more. If you found value in this video, I ask you to consider to subscribe. And if you know anybody that can be blessed by this message, please consider sharing. Until next time.